Fubo TV. You can find a streaming service or a channel that says, we'll pay for that.
Okay, but do they have the money to do that?
It doesn't have to be billions of dollars. It has to be enough because the interest is there.
YouTube.
Bang. Mm-hmm. And look, this has to be done now, and this has to be started to prepared for now. But just walk me through how this wouldn't be successful. Now, you're right. It's a logistical nightmare. It's going to take a lot. You got to get a network on board or a streaming service on board. You may have legal fees because there's a chance the owners could sue your asses. But could you guys imagine in April the baseball players formulating their own international teams, touring the country, no pitch restrictions because God knows if there'll be a season, and these guys are competing for their flags? Bro, this would be off the charts.
But
this would be off.
So is this
the
is this a tournament or is this Harlem Globetrotter Savannah Bananas?
No, it would be a tournament. The problem is because you don't know how long the lockout's going to be.
Yes,
you don't know how extensive the tournament should be.
You don't know how it's ending.
But I would formulate it very similar to the World Baseball Classic, and then if it ends and it's successful, do another one. Keep going until the owners either break or until the owners break.
Right.
But baseball players have an opportunity. And again, there are some legal hurdles here because I think the owners have a right to sue and say they're legally not allowed. You're under contract. But my counter is you're locking us out.
Yeah, but don't the contracts kind of sit still?
I think so. And remember about a month ago we had Evan Drellick on from The Athletic?
Yes.
And I brought up to him another unpopular idea. Say, hey, could the owners impose replacement players? And he said, they could, but it would start a war. Okay, let's start a war. The owners give us replacement players wearing Mets and Yankee logos, and the players say, okay, Chico, we're going to start our own World League. And what are you going to do about it? And I'll tell you this, people would be into it. Because by the time you get to April and May and there's no baseball, we'd be so starved. And you see the popularity of the World Baseball Classic. I admit, Tiki, there's a lot of logistical kind of hoops you got to fall. But trust me, you don't think that could be something?
Wouldn't you be better off just going to play in the Japanese Baseball League?
No, because you need to make money in the United States of America.
No. You just play it here.
You move the Japanese league to the United States of America?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or play games here.
I don't think they would alter their league to move over, nor would they pay the kind of money. See, here's the thing about the money. There's a lot of money potential in making a private TV deal to show an international tournament. Now, you got to find the right networks because, like I said off the top, the networks that currently deal with MLB would likely not get involved.
No, they definitely wouldn't.
But there's an opportunity there. Like streaming services who are trying to make a big impact could say, oh, my God, we could get Juan Soto versus Aaron Judge, DR versus the U.S. in a best-of-7 series. Holy crap. Take my money. Just take it from me.
Right. Especially because there's no counter to it. There's no MLB.
That's the thing.
Unless it's a lockout MLB, which is not interesting.
I think that you want to fight? We'll fight. That's what I'd say. Thank you.
YouTube is the perfect platform for it too. That's Google, by the way. Oh, they're owned by Alphabet, so that's Google.
There you go. So we already have a service. So maybe we should run this thing. Maybe we should be the ones that put this together. We go to the players, we go to the TV networks and say, dude, let's just do this.
Right.
Best-of-7 series, U.S. versus the Dominican, every game on TV. Pitch counts, we don't need some stinking pitch count.
You know what, Evan?
What?
You have started a baseball league from scratch, the Twitter Baseball League.
I've done that before.
You have obviously some experience doing this.
Yes,
I think you need to be the commissioner of this.
Yeah, can you imagine that? me telling Juan Soto, here's what we're going to do.
You can play. I think there's a nice park right underneath the Throg's Neck. We'll do it there.
I've done that before. I think it's a wild idea, but again, like I mentioned at the top, people have alluded to this. And I think that if the players are ever going to really fight fire with fire, it is something you have to think about now.
Yeah.
It's part of the war chest of, hey, you're going to lock us out. Okay, here's what we're going to do. And it would get ugly, but if they're going to impose a salary cap and you're dead set against it, then fight fire with fire. That's all you can do. So keep that in mind as we're watching the WBC final tonight. Maybe we can get this for 2 months straight. And Sean, you know you'd watch that, right? Especially without baseball. How would you not?
If it takes place over the summer, I'd be starved for it. No doubt about it.
How about the spring? How about instead of opening day, like early April? Would it entice you in April?
The
or not
only
really?
thing is I still got the NHL and NBA playoffs in April that get me by without
And you're
the
still
baseball.
talking NFL.
Yeah. Now listen,
You're
I'm
not seeing NFL for a while, but you're talking it.
and I'm just saying, I'm dying for baseball right now, but at least there's other alternatives.
I apologize because there are a lot of new people to the audience. They may not be familiar with you, Sean. So just tell me, what is your favorite hockey team?
The Rangers?
And what is your favorite basketball team?
The Nets.
Slag nut nets.
And you're telling me that next year you're worried that you'll be so distracted in April by the Rangers and the Nets. Is that what you're saying?
Not what I said. I'm a fan of all the sports. What I'm saying is...
But this year you want baseball, but next year you're concerned the Rangers and the Nets are going to... There'll be so much going on.
Right.
That's what he's saying.
Again, in typical Evan fashion...
I'm a Nets fan, by the way.
Doesn't listen. Evan, if you're telling me it's like a best-of-7 series, when would you rather have it? When at least there's something else going on or when there's nothing going on? And I really want baseball in July.
I got you. Well, let's hope there's no lockout in the middle of July.
I agree.
That would be something. But I think I vaguely remember, and you could look this up, during the NBA lockout, and it was a lockout, of 98 into 99, there was talk of creating a one-on-one league during the lockout. And I think it was going to feature Shaq against Hakeem.
Yeah.
It may have just been Shaq.
I don't remember that at all.
It did not happen. And I forget why it didn't happen.
Honestly, I think it would have a better shot today with all the streaming services. I think it had to do with the TV partners in the NBA.
It was pay-per-view.
And think about how...
Oh, that's what they were going to do?
Right. It was pay-per-view.
And think about how easy it would be to find a facility.
Right.
There's so many basketball, small, big arenas. It didn't matter.
It did.
Baseball is hard. It'd be like finding a football. I guess football would be easy too because
there's college stadiums,
college stadiums,
and
high school stadiums. You go to Texas, they're massive down there. Baseball's tough.
No, it would very much be difficult. Let's get to some of your calls, 888-808-1019. Dave in Maplewood, New Jersey. Hey, Dave.
Hey, how are you guys? I'm sorry, got finishing a bite of sandwich here, but
that's all right.
Loving the WBC.
Yeah.
It's actually, they call it a fall in the city wrap. It's great. Great stuff. But
nice.
I'm loving the WBC. The game the Dominican game was great. Don't sleep on Venezuela. They're stacked lineup. But this whole, the way the game ended on the third strike in the ABS, to me, it's really bothering me, the discussion about it, because Evan, you're a baseball fan.
Yeah.
We're treating the strike zone as if it's like a tape that we're on a brick wall in a wiffle ball game, and that's not what the strike zone is.
No, I know. You're
it's
right.
the length of the plate.
Yeah.
Right.
And we have the technology. We've all seen it on TV.
It's deep, right?
How come we're not using it, right? How come we're not using the technology we have? I mean, it's fine. I guess we can get by with the static box with fastballs, but on anything that moves, how can you really tell?
No, you can't.
It's a strike
No,
zone?
Dave, you're absolutely right about that. They're making it two-dimensional when we clearly know the strike zone is three-dimensional. And so where ball finishes could be outside the strike zone, but where it crossed the plate, it could be in the strike zone.
That was the problem with that final strike that looked like a ball.
Yeah.
Was it a strike as it crossed the strike zone? And that's what's going to make this ABS fascinating. So it was a one-on-one pay-per-view event for $1 million between Shaquille O'Neal and Hakeem Olajuwon.
So it was just one-on-one. It was just
It was
them?
one-on-one.
It wasn't like a tournament?
No, one-on-one. It was going to have a 12-second shot clock, and even it involved a 6-point shot.
I think Hakeem would have beat his ass.
The day before the event, Hakeem canceled due to, quote, a sore sacroiliac from lifting weights.
What the heck is that?
SACROILIAC. Sacroiliac.
Are we sure it's not a testicle?
It may have been.
No.
I mean, it's possible.
Testicle.
So
gonad.
Taco Bell was the one promoting the event, and after Hakeem Olajuwon bailed out, they tried to get Alonzo Mourning, and they were also they couldn't get Alonzo. You know what their other idea was?
What?
They were going to do a 2-on-1 game. It was going to be Spud Webb and Muggsy Bogues against Shaquille O'Neal, and so they couldn't do it, and they canceled the event. So it never happened. But that was a variation on, hey, let's do something during the lockout. And I think there was an exhibition game, too. I think that's the other thing the NBA did. The players organized like just a players game during the lockout. So things like this have happened before. This would be much more extensive to pull off a whole tournament. But, yeah, it's something worth thinking about.
It is 40 muscles combined at where the spine meets your pelvis.
Oh, wow. The question is, did Hakeem fake the injury or was it a real injury? Like, was he afraid to play Shaq? Was it like, I don't want to risk this. I beat him in the finals. What am I doing here?
It probably wasn't worth it if they were going to come back and play basketball soon, and then he's hurt.
Come on. So he was scared of injury?
Maybe.
The day before the event?
Maybe. I think he would have beat him, though.
He may have. And by the way, if I had to pick somebody, I would probably say Akeem, but it's also possible that he looked at his legacy and said, why would I do this? I beat him in the NBA Finals. Like, why would I even risk something like this? Brian on Long Island. What's up, Brian?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good, man. What's up?
I have a proposition for a new MLB regular season format.
Uh-oh.
And I think this will intensify the regular season and make it have a more of like a playoff feel, like the NFL, how every week really means something.
What you got?
So you play baseball how it normally played. First week of July is the All-Star game.
Okay.
And either right before or right after 4th of July, because they got to have 4th of July baseball.
Mm-hmm.
A week after that is the trade deadline.
Okay.
And then the third week of July,
Yes.
the top 2 teams of each division make the cut, and the bottom 3 teams are out. No more.
Nobody wants
Rockets Pirates.
They're done?
In August.
They're just done. They go home.
Nope. They go home. Go home. And then those top 12 teams play each other twice, leading up till October 1st. And then the bottom 4 teams of those 12 go home.
I got you.
And then you have the 8 teams playoffs, 1 seed to 8 seed. First round, best of 5. Second round, best of 5.
You know what's funny about this,
Third round,
Ryan?
best of 7.
It's not a bad idea in terms of the excitement. The problem is, this is all about money. It's all about revenue.
Right.
You can't tell the Pittsburgh Pirates and their fans that on July 5th, your season's over.
Right. See ya.
They can't do that.
Go play in the B League. Or not at all. We don't care.
You're done.
Nobody's paying attention to you or watching you, or you're not making any money.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah.
That
just wouldn't fly.
What you can do if you're desperate to have like the season feel more important instead of it just being like this long regular season is, do you know what ended up happening in 1981 when there was a work stoppage? So they ended up striking in the middle of the season and they missed about 2.5 months. June, July, August, completely wiped out in the 1981 season, or at least most of it was.
Right.
So what they decided to do temporarily is the first half of the season standings, if you won your division, you made the playoffs. Congratulations. And then the second half was like a new season. And if you won the second half, you made the playoffs, and the 2 winners would face each other in the divisional series, which they didn't even have back then.
What if it was the same team?
I think they would get a bye. Or no, the second place team would then make it.
They
That's
do
what
this
they did.
in the Atlantic League currently.
Do they do that? Okay.
Yes.
The weird thing about 1981 is the team in the National League with the most wins, the Cincinnati Reds, did not make the postseason. Think about that for a second. It was an anomaly because they had a good enough record in the first half and the second half that when you combine the number, it was the most in the National League, but they didn't win either half.
Oh, got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
So if you did something like that in baseball, and Sean mentioned they do it in the Atlantic League, then the Pittsburgh Pirate fan for the first 3 months would say, we have a shot. It's an 81-game sample size. Let's go. And even if you suck, there's a new beginning in July. By the way, if that was the case, the Mets would have made the playoffs last year.
Juan Soto would have had a lot of fun.
Yeah, we would have had a lot of fun. Then we would have, of course, lost whoever we would have played in that postseason series. But yeah, you can't throw teams off the island in the middle of June. That's just wrong. Let's go to Mike and Elizabeth. Hey, Mike.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Huge fan of the show.
Appreciate it.
I just want to talk about the Jets. I'm 23 years old, a huge Jets fan, and I have not seen them in the playoffs, obviously, since I was 6 years old. I don't even remember it. Very, very pathetic, obviously. I just want to talk about it because I know you guys have been talking a lot the past few days about the second pick, and I feel like a lot of Jets fans are talking about the second pick. I want to know what you guys want to do with the 16th pick for the Jets, because I was thinking I think they definitely need a wide receiver because they didn't do much in free agency to get a wide receiver, and I'm thinking a guy like Denzel Boston would be really good to pair up with Garrett Wilson.
You don't think A.D. Mitchell can be the number 2 wide receiver? No, I'm just kidding. I mean, maybe he could.
Yeah.
So
he's a good player, but you can't commit to him being the guy yet.
As of right now, and I am going to study more and more as we get closer to late April and this NFL draft, my lean is Ty Simpson. It really is, because going into a season of Geno Smith, and the Jet quarterback room is still in question. We'll get to that later as well. I want to have hope on a young player that I can see in 2026. And I remember during the college football season, I was impressed by Ty Simpson.
Yeah.
Not that I think he's the next franchise quarterback, but I remember when we talked about this back in October and November, I looked at him and said, I can see an NFL quarterback here. So I think it's 16 as of now, and there's always a chance that Ty Simpson goes above that. Like, that would not shock me in a quarterback draft that really only features one guy getting a lot of hype.
Right.
But
And
my
there's some
lean is
teams that could use a quarterback.
no doubt.
For sure.
My lean is Ty Simpson at 16 if available.
Yeah, and there's tons of wide receivers in this draft. Not that, Denzel Boston from Washington, he obviously is a good player, but there's a lot of guys that you could slot in here to be your number 2 if you wanted to pick one in the first round. But the reality is you can probably get just as good of a player in the second round.
Yeah.
If you really want to go wide receiver. I think Ty Simpson, he's an interesting case because of how much they're talking about Fernando Mendoza being this shoe-in. There's no doubt he's going to be a star in the NFL. And Ty Simpson, Ty Simpson probably had a harder road this past season because Alabama was really good and then they kind of were average, and he suffered a little bit because of that. He had a lot of drops, whereas the Indiana, it was a team full of 24-year-olds.
Yeah.
It's one of the oldest teams in the history of NCAA, and they were damn good on defense in every other spot. So I'm not saying that you're knocking Fernando Mendoza at all, but I just think they had a great team. They had a national championship team because of how they were constructed. I think Alabama was in a kind of rebuilding moment with Kellen DeBoer down there. It's like a different. They're not the Nick Saban Alabama team, and Ty Simpson buoyed them for a lot of the year.
There's been a lot of pressure on Aaron Judge the last few weeks. How much pressure is on Nolan McClain? We'll talk about it coming up. Plus more of your calls at 888-808-1019.
Right now, Amazon Hub Delivery is looking to partner with you, ambitious New York business, to become an Amazon Hub partner. Here's how it will work. You and your staff will help deliver packages to customers in your area when it's convenient for you. With each package, you get paid. Amazon Hub Delivery has no startup costs, no long-term contracts, and no delivery experience is required. It's just a great way to make and earn extra money. With each package delivered, you get income, but also exposure for your business. So sign up and learn more at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
And this Odyssey Sports Minute is brought to you by Dr. Jay Shah at Samwell Institute for Pain Management. Visit SamwellPain.com.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
The Chiefs' offseason continues to get more and more interesting by the day. We all knew they needed more than just your typical backup, with Patrick Mahomes coming off an ACL, perhaps not being fully ready to go by week 1, but trading for Justin Fields was a choice. You want a QB with mobility? Yeah, Fields could be your guy. You want someone to be super careful with the football and provide little else? Fields is still your guy. I'm Chris Mack.
Furnished by IntelliBrands.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new patented Legsercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural, drug-free way.
Using Legsercise made walking painless again.
Legsercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
I have much less swelling and no more tingling.
Call right now and order your very own Legsercise Pro, the new proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call 800-555-1212. That's 800-555-1212. 800-555-1212 now.
These statements and products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition.
Hey everyone, Boomer here. You know, I visited River Spring Living in Riverdale, and I can tell you firsthand, there is a reason they're the nation's leader in senior care. Walking through the halls, the energy is undeniable. From life-changing technology to personalized care and compassion, I've seen the difference they make in helping older adults live better lives. So whatever your needs are today or tomorrow, River Spring Living is here for you. Experience the difference for yourself. Visit riverspringliving.org. That's riverspringliving.org.
CityField.org.
Get to Citi Field when the New York Mets open their season against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Thursday, March 26th, Saturday, March 28th, and Sunday, March 29th. All fans attending Thursday's home opener will receive a 2026 Magnet schedule from Delta Airlines. The first 15,000 fans at Saturday's game will get a 1986 World Series Championship replica ring. And on Sunday, the first 5,000 kids 12 and under will receive a 5-borough race puzzle. Be part of the opening weekend excitement. Get your tickets now at Mets.com/tickets.
We're here with attorney Mark Miner of the personal injury law firm of Zalman, Schnerman, and Miner. Mark, if someone's injured in an accident, what should they do?
It is always best to report the accident as soon as possible and gather all important information.
Now, is it important to call an experienced personal injury attorney?
Absolutely. The sooner you call, the better. If you call us for a free consultation at 1-800-LAW-LINE, we will be able to advise you of your rights. The sooner we get started on investigating what happened, the better. There are many reasons to act quickly. The failure to act may mean losing a chance for compensation.
So if someone's injured in an accident, when is the best time to call you?
If you were injured in an accident, you should call us right now at 1-800-LAW-LINE. There is no cost for a consultation and no fee unless there's a recovery. We are here to help you.
So if you're injured in an accident, call the experienced personal injury attorneys at Zalman, Schnerman, and Miner at 1-800-LAW-LINE. That number again, 1-800-LAW-LINE.
Do you know what the scariest sound to hear on a factory floor is? Silence. That means something somewhere broke. Production has stopped, and now you're paying your workers to wait while the team troubleshoots and tries to fix the problem. Finally, there's a proactive way to reduce equipment downtime, thanks to MaintainX. MaintainX is the asset management system that brings your maintenance downtime to zero. MaintainX lets you build preventative maintenance schedules, manage work orders in real time, and access the data you need to make better decisions. Downtime equals death in the production world, so make unplanned downtime a thing of the past. Try MaintainX for free. Control the daily operations of your business and transform your maintenance program by going to maintainx.com. That's maintain and the letter X.com.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So I own a coffee shop, and I wanted to label everything with our logo.
That's ambitious.
Cups, boxes, bags.
Ooh, that'll add up.
Not at all, because right now, Staples prints custom labels for 30% off.
30% off? That's shockingly affordable branding.
Yep, now our logo and URL are seen all over town.
Brand your business for less at Staples.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in store, online, or in the app by 442 Unlocked. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Talk sports with Craig Carton and Chris McMonagle on The Carton Show. Afternoons from 2 to 7 on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
I admit, when I was watching the baseball game last night, which I was in and out on between Venezuela and Italy, I was rooting for Venezuela because I wanted this matchup. I think this is a more appealing matchup. I think this is a sexy matchup. And so I guess it shows you the difference in my passion for Team USA winning versus the Mets. Like with the Mets, I'm always going to root for the lesser opponent. I don't care if it's appealing or not. But with this World Baseball Classic, while I want my country to win and I'm rooting for them, and I've got my scorebook already filled out and ready to go, I want to be entertained. And so I think Venezuela serves as a more appealing opponent tonight. The atmosphere will be electric. And I'm very excited to see Nolan McLean. And here's the way I would phrase it. First, let's put him in the window seat. And the window seat, of course, is brought to you by Window-Rama. Save up to 40% during the winter warm-up sale. I think with Aaron Judge, the Yankee fan and the non-Yankee fan has preconceived notions about him. He's clutch. He's not clutch. Like, they all want to fight over that.
Yeah.
With Nolan McLean, we don't know yet. Like, he was great last year, but it was only 8 starts. And some of those moments were certainly clutch. You know, shutting down the Philadelphia Phillies a few times, I would say it's clutch in the middle of August when the Mets are desperate for wins. But we don't know Nolan McLean's legacy yet. It still needs to be written. This is his rookie season coming up. So I kind of view the pressure stuff with Nolan McLean as more, I'm interested. Like, if he got bombed tonight, I know guys like Sean would be jerks about it.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't change my excitement of Nolan McLean. It wouldn't change what he can be because I think he's still so new. He's fungible, if that's the right word. So I'm excited to watch him. Yeah. And if he goes out and pitches 5 scoreless innings, I'll be damn proud, not only as an American, but as a Met fan. But I don't feel the pressure of, oh, my God, he got bombed, he let the country down, and Sean's going to make fun of me.
Yeah.
I just don't feel that.
Well, I mean, I hear what you're saying about Judge because it seems like every big moment you look for Aaron. What does Aaron Judge do? And if he does something great, it's like, of course he's supposed to do that. He's great. And if he doesn't, it's like, well, he sucks because he's just non-clutch. He's in a no-win situation, whereas Nolan McLean...
Big Mac has said that, and I think he's been spot on that Judge is unfortunately in a no-win situation during this tournament.
Right. I mean, he's Mighty Casey. So it's just like, it's one of those things. So it's just what I feel like Aaron Judge is... I don't think it bothers him, though. That's my point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think he is moved by what we think about him in big moments. He's still going to try to be great in big moments. And sometimes he'll come through, sometimes he won't, because that's baseball, right?
Yes. You fail 70% of the time, and you're still really good.
And you just, and for Team USA in this case, Yankees obviously in most regular cases, you just hope it's not a critical moment. You know what I mean? You hope it's not bottom of the 9th inning with, 2 on and down by 1.
Why? But let's say it's a home run and he walks it off for the Team USA. There's still going to be questions about Aaron Judge in October. Like, it's not going to change that.
Yeah, but I don't think we're thinking about October. We're thinking about right now, and the Team USA might need a clutch moment. Aaron Judge better provide it.
This is where I think, and if it comes down to the Yankee Met thing, because McLean and Judge are obviously going to be like focal points here, you need to make an honest assessment on this game before the game starts. Do you think the game's a big deal or not? Or is it an exhibition?
Well, I mean, it is an exhibition. The U.S. has been in the final. This is their 3rd consecutive year. You obviously know they won in 2017. They lost to Japan last year, and now they're back again against a team that they should beat. Who is it on Rodriguez? Who's on the
Eduardo Rodriguez?
Yeah, right. And he got hit a little bit in his last outing. So the USA should win. Okay, it shouldn't be. This is a star-studded lineup. We're talking about Aaron Judge, but. It's Bryce Harper. It's
Alex Bregman was on the bench last game.
Exactly right.
Dude, I only
Gunnar
say that.
Anderson goes yard.
Cal Raleigh's going to be benched tonight.
Right. I just only say that from the standpoint of if you are entering this game and you don't think it's a big deal and you can't wait for the season to start, you can't be the first one yapping about McLean or Judge tonight. If you're entering the game going, these players care, I want this bad, I want a USA title, and then Judge goes 0 for 4 or McLean gets rocked for 7 runs, okay, well then you treated it like a big game all day. You have the right to stand on those players. So I think that's the problem. I think it's the way the fans view the game beforehand. Don't be hypocritical tonight.
Well, most fans are hypocritical, as you well know. I'm going to tell you how I feel about it. All right? I love David Wright. Big David Wright guy. I don't refer to David Wright as Captain America. A lot of Met fans do.
Right.
And what's funny about the Captain America thing is that they didn't win when David Wright was on Team USA. So while he had some clutch moments, in fact, I pulled one of his clutchest moments for you to listen to so you could hear the excitement. In fact, cue it up, Sean. This is the quarterfinals of the 2009 World Baseball Classic. The United States against Puerto Rico. Down by a run, bases loaded in the 9th inning with 1 out. And here's David Wright becoming Captain America.
The 2-1. And Wright lines it into the right field corner. The U.S. wins it! David Wright with a walk-off knock. And Team USA moves on to the semis. Santa Maria.
Like, it was a cool moment.
Yeah, but it wasn't the final.
Well, even if it was, like, I don't know if it would change my view of David Wright. Like, if I was making a David Wright countdown, which I did on the Rico, of my favorite moments, I don't know if it would even be in the top 5. And I'm rooting for America. So I guess my answer to Sean's question is, I'm watching tonight's game. I'll see every pitch. I'm rooting for Team USA. I don't think Nolan McLean and Aaron Judge's legacy, when we're sitting here talking about it 20 years from now, I don't think the WBC is going to be a big part of it. And maybe that makes me a hypocrite because I want to win. I'm going to watch the game tonight. I'm into it. But I don't think it alters like what I think of any of these guys down the road.
Yeah. It's just like a little cherry on top of the overall thing when it's all said and done of their careers. Yeah, and they also won the WBC.
Yeah, like Jimmy Leland.
That's what it is.
Like Jimmy Leland.
Yeah.
He had a great career. And by the way, he won the...
But it meant a lot to him because he broke down over it.
Well, because here's the thing, Tiki. What it means to the individual, I respect. I said that about Juan Soto the other day. Juan Soto can come out and say, I want to win a WBC more than a World Series. I understand it. We're all different. I'm only speaking for myself.
Yeah.
Like, there are a lot of Met fans that call David Wright Captain America. And maybe to them, that moment we just played is a top 5 David Wright moment. It's not for me.
Yeah. I mean, Acuna said this, right? Ronald Acuna. Because
he said a few things, some of which should get him in trouble, but he's not in any kind of trouble.
Yeah, no, but talking about the WBC.
Yeah.
Because he's excited to be here, and it's number 1 on his list, even though he won a championship, even though he was hurt in that championship. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It feels like it's really important to him.
Yeah.
And so you can't take that away from these guys.
No, and I fully respect the individual and how they want to view it. I'm just speaking for us as fans. And I think even our fans are very, very different. There are some who think it's an exhibition. They don't care. There are some that are certainly more passionate than I am. I think I've been consistent about the WBC since it started. I like it. I'm entertained by it. I want USA to win, but it's clearly not like the Mets. It's just not. Like, if they lose tonight, I will go to sleep. If the Mets lose in a championship game, I won't sleep for a week.
Right.
Spring training, you don't sleep.
What?
Spring training losses, you don't sleep.
That's not true. Now you're just getting crazy. I don't even. What's the Mets' record in spring training? Does anybody know?
It's a great question.
What's the Yankees' record in spring training?
I don't know.
You have no idea?
No idea.
So if I asked you to guess, and I told you the amount of games they've played, I'll take out the ties. Like, I'll get rid of the ties. And I ask you to, if you can get it right, I'll give you $100 right now without looking it up. So I want a real guess. The Yankees have played 22 games. What's their record?
10-12.
10-12. Okay. 13-9. So,
all right, close enough. I figured you win some, you lose some.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Why is our math wrong? Oh, no, the math is right. Okay.
Yeah,
the Mets have played 21 games. They played more. I'm just getting rid of the ties. What's their record? $100 if you nail it.
The Mets record in the spring training?
21 games. $100 right now if you get it right. Motivating these guys.
12-9.
I would say 14-7.
By the way, I have to correct myself. 20 games. So let's try that again.
Sheesh.
14-6.
14-6. All right, how about you, Sean?
I'm going to go 12-8.
All right, good. I owe no one $100. 11-9 is the answer. So I don't owe you any money.
All right.
The point is, no one knows their records.
Nobody's paying attention.
Yeah. Well, we're paying attention to Carson Bench hitting 407.
Yeah.
I'm paying attention to that. We were paying attention to George Lombard turning on fastballs from Gary Crochet, or Luis Hill giving up 150 runs the other day, or Shaw Manaya's velocity.
Or Dominguez looking good from the right side.
Or Dominguez making an adjustment and being a good right-hand hitter. But the records, no idea. All right, back to your calls. 888-808-1019. Gordon in Southbury, Connecticut. Hey, Gordon.
Hey, how are you guys?
What's up, man?
Good.
So you were talking about where these players are going to go and during the lockout or whatever, but I have a funny feeling like, Japanese will probably go to the Japanese, their home country, but a lot of guys will probably end up, I would be surprised if Savannah Bananas don't scoff them up and make something out of it. Because they're already selling out stadiums.
But the thing is, people like, and I get it, to control their own future. And not just go somewhere else and collect a paycheck or just go home. Like, you also want to be ready for the season. And I remember last year, or not last year, but the last lockout, guys were working out down in Florida.
Yeah.
They were ready to start spring training as soon as they got the call that the lockout ended. So playing competitive games would actually be beneficial in terms of getting ready for the season.
Yeah, but you can do that without making it a big deal and putting money behind it.
Yeah, but you can also make money doing it.
I hear you. The problem is the logistics of that are daunting. And so unless there's a savvy person that's working with all of them and paying them collectively, that's hard, man.
I know who would do it, by the way. The billionaire that would put the money behind it.
Who?
The Saudi royal family. They would. Oh, are you kidding me? They've done it with golf. They've done it with wrestling.
No, you're right.
The whitewashing of sports, whatever they call it, sports washing.
And there you go. The games will be on the CW.
Exactly. They would totally be the guys to do it. Be like, here's $1 billion.
That's not where Live is anymore.
It's not. I don't know. I watched Live 1 year. It was on CW.
I think it's on Fox.
Is it?
Wow.
Yeah, or Fox FS1.
Is it? I have no idea.
I don't know.
I have not watched a second of Live Golf.
I haven't watched a second of PGA golf.
Yeah, that was my next line.
I was interested because it was like teams, so I was trying to figure it out. Then it got too confusing, and I was out on it.
Limo Driver Ed. What's up, Limo Driver Ed?
Hey, guys. How you guys doing today?
All's well.
Hey.
Good.
You know what? To tell you the truth about it, guys, when it comes down to a lockout, if you're going to bring these pays down where you'll be able to pay players on your team and, and help out, I don't have a problem with it because you can't have one guy making $700 million. You just can't. I mean, as far as your team, and that was so right. You know why not? Is that our prices keep going up to the fans.
Yeah.
I mean, buy a hamburger, a hot dog, and a soda, and it costs me $35.
Do you really think the prices are going up because of the salaries, or are the salaries going up because of the money that's being made? And honestly, I don't know the answer. It's like a chicken or egg thing. But sometimes we say, and I think you're coming from a good place, I don't want those millionaires making more money. Let's just give more money to the billionaires. Because that's basically what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're saying, the billionaires are spending too much on the players, so let's take away from the millionaires and give more to the billionaires. That's what you're saying.
That's true.
You don't mean it, but that's what you're saying. And that's why whenever we have these player versus owner debates, you kind of go down that hole. I don't want to go down that hole.
No.
The billionaires don't need more money.
By the way, it is on Fox and Fox 1.
Just like the WBC.
And our old buddy Scott O'Neill is the president now.
He's the guy who used to run the Garden, right?
He was with last time I knew, he was with the 76ers.
Oh. Maybe I got that wrong. I thought
but he's the CEO now.
I thought he used to run the Garden or something.
I think he probably did, actually.
Oh, all right. Zach in Lincroft. Hey, Zach.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
What's up?
What's up?
So I want to talk about the World Baseball Classic. Two things. I want to preface. I'm a Mets fan, so I'm used to failure. So, one, I don't understand Juan Soto taking a page out of Nathan McKinnon's book saying that, the world saw who the best team in baseball was. I think that's a loser mentality. And again, I am a Mets fan, so I'm kind of sick of him opening his mouth.
Yep.
And second of all, again, I try to remove all bias, but we got to stop calling Aaron Judge Captain America. This guy is just going to go down as the best regular season player of all time, and he's never going to win a championship.
But what if he wins the championship tonight, and he's the captain, and he gets big hits? We can't call him Captain America?
No, David Wright did more as the captain.
But he really didn't, because they lost. They didn't win.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
What are you talking about?
If you are upset about a stupid nickname, which I don't care if you call Aaron Judge that or not, because it's only David Wright's nickname, then tonight, if Nolan McLean gets lit up, you can't be upset when people are mad at Nolan McLean. And that's the truth.
Well, he didn't say not to be mad at Nolan McLean.
I
he didn't bring
understand
up Nolan McLean.
But I'm getting ahead of this tonight. If you care that much about the Captain America nickname.
You think he was a Met fan?
Well, he said he was a Met fan. He prefaced it by saying, as a Met fan, what Juan Soto said was very losery. Like, he ripped Juan Soto, and we addressed it yesterday. Juan Soto came across like a sore baby.
I don't care.
Sore baby?
Yeah.
Crybaby.
Crybaby.
Sore loser, crybaby.
Sore loser.
I'm just saying, if a nickname means that much to you, you got to hold Nolan McLean accountable tonight. He cannot run and hide if he's not good tonight.
Well, the thing about the nickname is that, yes, David got it, and he had that game-winning hit we just played the clip of, and he was great in the World Baseball Classic. I'm not taking anything away from him.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't win.
Right.
They lost.
Right. So if Judge wins, wouldn't he be more Captain America?
I don't know. When they won in 2017, did anybody get a nickname?
Also, David Wright, Aaron Judge, they're not Captain America. Captain America is Captain America.
Well, I mean, the problem in 2017, there was only how many teams? 12, 13?
In what?
The WBC.
Oh, who cares?
I have no idea.
Right. So it's just grown.
Well, hold on a second. If you're going to count the amount of teams, then we got to take away like half of the Yankees championships. How many teams were in baseball?
Before expansion, true.
No doubt about it.
It was 16 teams. That ain't real.
This is Giants adjacent news, so that's why I view it as glass breaking. The Texans have just signed guard Wyatt Teller, who was at the top of the Giants
we were
list.
just talking about
we
him.
were talking about him today. He is now no longer available to be the Giants starting right guard.
So now it's Kevin Zeitler is the other guy that you guys were talking
or
about.
they just bring back Greg Van Roten.
Greg Van Roten.
Or Evan Neal.
I think it's going to be Evan Neal. I mean, they brought him back because John Harbaugh believes in him. And I kind of have a feeling he's going to be right. When did I become a Giant shill? I'm listening to myself talk, and it's like, I'm being real. Like, I'm not making it up, but I'm so positive about, like, stupid things. I don't know what happened. It must be that I'm so jealous of John Harbaugh.
You
that
were
I
at the
think
press conference. You felt the aura.
But even before that, like, I wanted this was the guy. Like, he was such the no-brainer. Like, I was alarmed when Tiki said, I don't know, Kevin Stefanski may be a better option. And I was like, what? What? So, good news, Giant fans. Even if Sean's too negative and we don't get a New York Giants circle twerk here on WFAN, I got you covered. Me and Tiki will do the twerk together.
I hate you so much sometimes.
And Evan Neal makes a Pro Bowl. We'll all be saying, told you so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why do you hate me so much?
You are a pain in the ass.
I actually think I'm just being very reasonable and positive with like a twist of just holding my ground steady on the Giants. And you paint me like I'm Mr. Negative.
Nah, you're very negative. Tiki, wouldn't you say he's negative?
Yeah, very.
Thank you.
Just so disappointed. You already said it a week ago.
What
that
did I
you're
say?
disappointed in this offseason.
I am a little
For the New York
disappointed.
Giants.
But I got more positive with Mooney.
Okay. You're just being negative, dude.
All right.
That's okay.
All right. And then
I'm not telling you not to be negative. I'm just saying I'm clearly counterbalancing your negativity because I hear myself speak and I'm even acknowledging, like, damn, Evan, you're a Giant show. What happened? And nothing happened. I just love what they're doing. I love what they're doing.
By the way, could Bo Collins be a number 2?
No, now you're shilling.
He had a good preseason last year. Just kind of fell off.
That's too far.
Well, if Love gets the job, he's going to look at 2 Notre Dame guys. So, yeah, I'm sure he could. That Irish inflation.
We'll come back with your calls, 888-808-1019, and our official predictions on what will happen in tonight's WBC. If you've been thinking about replacing those old chilly windows and doors, now's the time. Windorama's kicking off their winter warm-up sale, and you can save up 40% on your installation project when you purchase and install through Windorama. 40% off, big savings, great products and brands, and expert installation. Hard to beat that. Keep the warm air in, the cold air out, and upgrade your home the right way. Visit Windorama.com or stop by one of their showrooms today. Windorama, your window and door specialist since 1977.
Listen up, guys and gals. It's time for a healthier you. My good buddy John Gallucci Jr., CEO of JAG Physical Therapy, always tells me how important it is to focus on your biomechanical chain to reduce injuries. Well, now is the time for you and your loved ones to turn to JAG to get stronger and function at a higher level. The dedicated team of physical therapists at JAG Physical Therapy will develop a plan specifically for you to help prevent injuries. And if you have an existing injury, their expertise and commitment will help you get back to the life you love. Schedule your appointment today at jagpt.com. That's JAGPT.com.
And this portion of the program was sponsored by Paramus Chevrolet. It was also sponsored by Kalshi. Trade on anything. March matchups are here and now. You could trade the tournament in all 50 states with Kalshi. On Kalshi, you are trading against peers in a live market. As the odds move, you can buy in and out of your position all tournament long. Download the Kalshi app. Use code FAN to get $10 when you trade 10. Kalshi. Kalshi. Trade on anything.
Together, let's drive at Paramus Chevrolet. For just $357 a month and $2,074 due at delivery, lease a brand new Silverado 1500 double cab LT with 4-wheel drive for 36 months. Buying, enjoy 0.0% APR financing for well-qualified buyers. Visit ParamusChevrolet.com today.
I'm Pat Boyle here to help you make the most of West One Sports. The T-Wolves host the Suns tonight, and I think Minnesota takes care of business. Important injury news in this one. Anthony Edwards is out, but I think the T-Wolves managed just fine without him. They're 6-4 this year without Ant-Man. 3 of those losses are to playoff teams. Phoenix played a physically taxing game in Boston last night, so a tough back-to-back. Plus, they're still missing Dylan Brooks and Mark Williams. These teams are right next to each other in the standings. It's a small number. I'll trust the T-Wolves to cover. I'm Pat Boyle, BetSmarter. Beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play.
Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
At Citizens, we help make sense of your money and all your money questions.
Do I keep renting or finally buy?
Do I plan for a vacation or plan for a renovation?
How big of a nest should my nest egg be?
If money talks, what's it say to me?
Is cash still king?
Wait, when did a dollar slice go up to $3? Whatever money questions you have, Citizens has the answers. Make sense of your money at citizensbank.com/made-ready. Member FDIC.
It's March savings time at Nielsen Dodge. It's also tax return time, and we have a great money-saving idea. Show us what your tax return is, and we'll double it up to $1,500.
You can count on 0 down payment, super low lease payments, 0% financing is available.
Lease a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Altitude X 4x4, just $198 a month.
Match your tax return up to $1,500 on any new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, or Ram.
Hundreds of vehicles in stock with big savings off MSRP. And of course, we always give you the credit help you need.
Find out what your tax return is before April 15th, and we'll double it up to $1,500. Max your tax only at Nielsen Dodge for a limited time.
On Route 10 in East Hanover, or shop online at nielsendodge.com.
Sun is in the driver's seat.
Declaration of Deal sales event.
With approval, term 27 months, due at sign $51.98. Add tax tag $498 and DMV fees. For tax refund info, see dealer for details.
IKEA presents Keep It or Let It Go.
Oh, I've had these punk t-shirts forever. From back when I still had a mohawk. Back when I still had hair. I'd yell anarchy at strangers for fun. Now I apologize when my emails are too long. Is this me now? Am I a sellout?
With Storklinta 6-drawer dresser from IKEA, you can give your t-shirts the quality storage they deserve. So don't sell anything you love. Store it instead. Shop bedroom storage at ikea.us/bedroom storage. Dream the possibilities.
Looking for the best value on new tires? Get to Town Fair Tire. We honor every valid manufacturer's and competitor rebates and give you the guaranteed lowest price. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Another app for inventory, one for CRM. Oh, don't forget accounting. Wait, which login was that?
Or you could use Odoo, one fully integrated system that does it all without the hassle. Ditch the app overload. Get everything your business needs on one platform. Try Odoo free today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/protect. That's ethos.com/protect. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
I'm Tyler Kolick, and I got my Lincoln at Lincoln of Queens. They even delivered it right to my door. When it's time to save, it's time to go to Lincoln of Queens. Go New York, go New York, go.
Take the guesswork out of cooking, folks. The Chef IQ senses a must-have wireless cooking thermometer that eliminates under or overcooking chicken, fish, or steak. Order the newly released 3rd-generation Chef IQ Sense at chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Cards issued by JP Morgan Chase Bank, NA member FDIC. Subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
All-new Dunkin' Zero, only 20 calories. Zero sugar, the all-new revitalizing energy drink made with B vitamins, so you can actually feel good about it. Struggling to make it through the afternoon, wishing every meeting was an email? Sounds like it's time for Dunkin' Zero. It's the perfect pick-me-up without the spiral, and it comes in 6 delicious flavors like Sunzest and Glamberry. Dunkin' Zero, only at Dunkin'. Dunkin' Zero drinks contain caffeine from caffeine and guarana. Beverages are fruit-flavored, contain 0% fruit juice. Participation may vary. Limited time offer.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Question: what business couldn't use extra income? Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Right now, Amazon Hub Delivery is looking to partner with ambitious New York businesses to become Amazon Hub partners. You and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area when it's convenient for you. With each package delivered, your business gets paid. Sign up at amazon.com/hub delivery. That's amazon.com/HUB delivery.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ. Precision cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. Team USA has won a coin flip. They will be the home team tonight behind Nolan McLean on the mound as they play Venezuela for the WBC title at 8 p.m. The Knicks will host the Pacers at 7:30 at MSG. Jalen Brunson is listed as doubtful for the game, and the Islanders are in Toronto at 7.
Remember yesterday I told you about that Cam Schlittler story that he needed a spider removed from his locker?
Uh-huh.
Cam Schlittler tweeted yesterday, a spider was successfully extracted from my locker today. Best security team in the league. And so we talked a little bit about that and things that we're fearful of. Chris Kirshner, who covers the New York Yankees for The Athletic, provides an update. PETA is rushing the team humane bug catchers to ensure that any future arachnid guest can be escorted outside safely and compassionately.
That's not true.
Spiders have a lot more to fear from us than we do them. So the least we can do is show them a little kindness and consideration, says PETA founder Ingrid Newkirk. PETA's humane bug catchers make relocating spiders a snap. No squishing, screaming, or security detail required. And we hope this useful device brings the Yankees pitcher some relief.
I actually don't mind spider webs or spiders in places like my basement.
Well, because you just leave. Well, you see the spider and you go upstairs.
Well, my basement's finished, but
okay.
I don't mind them because I know they're catching bugs.
Oh, they're doing you a favor.
100%.
Yeah, I'm looking at this PETA bug catcher. I kind of want one. Like, it looks awesome. Because how would you describe this PETA bug catcher?
It looks like a
It's like a dustbuster.
like the hand vac.
Yeah.
But how does it work?
So you hold a button and it opens up a mouth, and then you put it on top of the spider in a humane way. You close the mouth, and then it's stuck inside this device, and then you go outside and you open it up and you release them, little catch and release. And I got to tell you, I think I'd want that.
Right.
Not because I'm so humane, but because that's a lot.
Cool.
It's cool. It's also easier than getting like toilet paper.
Yep.
And you're right, squishing it. Like, I don't really want to squish it. I don't want to see what it looks like. I also sort of feel bad. So maybe I am humane. So the bug catcher thing's not a bad thing.
Yeah, we have bug catchers, though. They're both of our shoes that are on the bottom of our feet.
Come on. See, that's
PETA can deal with that.
That's not nice. And I also had to tell my kid a lie because when I had captured a spider a couple days ago, I thought, let me put it down the toilet. And they said, are you going to kill the spider? I said, no, they're swimming.
Oh, come on.
And I don't like to lie to my kids.
What about a fly?
What about a fly?
Does a fly count for protection by PETA?
Yeah. Dude, if they're protecting a spider, they're certainly protecting a fly.
But I think there's less spiders.
Are there?
I mean, flies swarm.
Yeah, but
I don't see swarms of spiders.
Yeah, but I don't think they're protecting spiders because there's so few of them and they're endangered. I think that PETA, whether you agree with them or not, and obviously most of us think they're bat bleep crazy, is that they're protecting all life.
See, this is
what I mean?
This whole show's full circle. PETA protecting spiders is like taking a running back in the top 5. There's just bigger priorities. There's bigger priorities.
What a comp.
Not even close.
Yeah, I give you credit, though. That was a good one.
When it comes to spiders, maybe.
Yeah.
And there is some NFL news. We now know that the Seahawks' first game of the year.
Well, hold on a second. This is a big freaking deal because
Didn't we do a long-term bet?
We did a long-term prediction on who the Seahawks would open the season up against. So, Sean, pull the audio.
I'm not going to pull the audio because you didn't let me finish the sentence. It's not even what I'm telling you.
Oh, damn it.
The game will be on Wednesday night with the Melbourne game on Thursday night.
Oh, I got you. So we don't know an opponent. We know how they were going to situate this because they are playing a game in Melbourne, Australia.
This from the Wall Street Journal.
So they're going to open the NFL season on a Wednesday, which they have done before. They did that for the Giants, actually, after the 2011 Super Bowl title because of one of the party's nominations for the 2012 election. I forget which party it was. I think it was the Democratic primary, but I can't remember for sure. And so they moved that Giant game to a Wednesday, and it really turned out to be a no-biggie spot. Like, all right, fine.
Yeah.
It's on a Wednesday.
It's not about doing it as a one-off. It's about if you do this consistently.
Right.
That's when it becomes daunting.
Yeah, so what they're doing now, and I think I'm good with this, is the season is starting with the Super Bowl champions, which I think is the priority.
Right.
So, yes, it's Wednesday. We normally do it on a Thursday, but a Wednesday night, season opener, and then Thursday almost becomes the filler like we had the last couple of years with the Friday game. Which, who are the two teams playing in Australia again?
49ers, Rams, you'll get on Thursday night.
49ers, Rams will get on, which is a great game.
Getting a lot of NFC West action here out of the game.
Yeah. I mean, 3/4 of the team are opening up on Wednesday and Thursday. So there you go. All right. I think I'm good with that.
Yeah. And again, I prefer this than Brazil on a Friday. Give me Wednesday, Thursday, Friday rest. Let's get back to it on the weekend.
Oh, no, definitely. You're right about that because I think we'll all just be more locked in on it. Friday's easier to kind of just escape, like we forget about it.
Right.
Ideally, I wouldn't want to have another opener the week of the season. Like it should just be Thursday, Sunday, and Monday. But if they're going to do this because of obviously the nature of traveling to Australia, I think that you needed to start the season with the Super Bowl champion. That would be the one thing I was partial to. All right. Thank you for the update. I got excited. I thought we were going to get their opponent.
Yeah, pull the audio. You don't even know what I'm about to say.
Well, pull the audio anyway because you never know when it's going to happen.
Okay.
Got to be ready. And I don't even remember what I predicted. I have no idea. Speaking of predictions, we'll make some picks on tonight's World Baseball Classic game coming up in a few. But let's get back to your calls. 888-808-1019. Mario in Long Beach. Hey, Mario.
Hey, how you doing? Oh, an hour, 30 minutes. Good thing I wrote down my points. Otherwise, I would have forgot them. How you guys doing?
Oh, it's good.
Okay, Tiki.
You're such a jerk. I love it, but you're like, oh, good thing I wrote my points down. I've been on hold forever. Okay.
Well, that's the truth. But I still was listening to your thing, but I would forget my points. How do you remember after an hour and 30 minutes?
We appreciate it.
Yeah, so Tiki, you be the judge and jury on the 3 points I want to bring up about Bridges, because I really can't add Tiki. I think he's biased against Bridges. Okay, number one, even if he sits, right, a game, he's going to play. They'll bring him in off the bench because they're short at the guard position anyway.
Of course.
So that won't. You guys were talking about a streak ending. That won't end this streak.
No,
it's a start.
It's a starting streak.
You talking about Mikal Bridges?
I know it's number of games played. It's number. I think they go by number of games played.
It is number of games played. Recently, he's been starting, but obviously early in his career, he was not starting. Yeah, my point is sit him for the entire game. Like Jalen Brunson is not going to play tonight.
I wouldn't do that.
Why?
Why? Let me give you my 2 other points.
Well, no, I want to know why.
Okay, I'll tell you
why.
Why
are you so married to this streak? He didn't even do it with you most of the time.
Because he cares about it.
You're still going to need a guard off the bench. Why would you not use him off the bench when you already have Miles McBride
injured? The Pacers, bro. I'm not talking about the playoffs. I'm talking about giving this guy rest.
I would not do that.
Why? Why?
Because I wouldn't do that.
Why?
I just wouldn't do it.
Why wouldn't you do it? I know you want to make. I know you want to make your next point, but you got me infatuated. Why are you against giving Mikal Bridges days off? Why?
Because he doesn't need it.
Yes, he does. Have you watched him the last 7 games?
No. He hasn't shot well.
He hasn't done anything well.
Okay, but let me tell you this. Last year, in Game 1 of the playoffs against Boston, he scored 14 points in the fourth quarter, right?
Yes.
And then in overtime, he had 2 steals and a block shot, and he took the ball away from Tatum.
He was great.
With the clock at 0.
Let me
finish, please. Let me finish before you cut me off.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm not cut you off. I'm saying you're right.
Finish.
That was irrelevant, but fine. Go ahead.
You know how many minutes he played in that game? 51.
What does that have to do with now? What does that have to do with now?
He's not tired. He's not tired.
What is it?
That's baloney.
Okay. Well, I disagree with you. Why do you think Why do you think he's so afraid of contact? Why has his free throw rate gone down?
Because he's not a very tough guy. That's just the way it is. That's his DNA. That's his DNA.
You're funny.
Everybody's different. But it's the truth, though. What you got to do with him is you have to motivate him, and sitting him is not motivating him. I think what you got to do, and Tiki, tell me if you're right. Get him started in the beginning. Let him take a few shots, score a few baskets at the beginning of the game. Get him involved.
I hear you. I hear you. The challenge is that's Jalen Brunson, though. Jalen Brunson's going to be that guy.
Right.
Jalen Brunson is not going to start and then not be the ball handler.
Look, here's the issue. All right. And obviously Mario disagrees. That's completely fine. Mikal Bridges has played 625 consecutive games.
Mm-hmm.
Until recently, he basically plays 35 minutes a night. In fact, I'm looking it up. He has played a combined 20,000 minutes in his NBA career. He's led the league 3 times. He's played a lot. And Mario's words, not mine, he's not very tough.
Quit being a puss, Boomer Esiason.
Okay, that's Mario's opinion. So wouldn't that lead you to say, boy, he's played a lot of minutes. He's getting a little bit older. He's going through a funk right now. Yes, he was great in the playoffs last year. Why not sit him? We're sitting Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
We sit other guys. Here's a guy, strictly because of ego, apparently. And by the way, you guys are putting that on Mikal Bridges. He has not said a word about not wanting to sit. We're just surmising this. But yet you refuse to sit him? For what? This streak should mean nothing to anybody listening.
But I think what Mario was saying was just don't start him.
That's irrelevant.
And then play him 20-something minutes.
But he's already playing 20-something minutes.
I agree.
This stretch of games, Mike Brown has benched his ass and has cut down his minutes. He's already done that.
Yeah. So
Good job by Mike Brown.
So it's not helping is what you're saying.
No, and I'm asking, don't you think it would help for a guy who's played as much as he's played to end this streak? That means nothing to anybody listening right now. There's no Knick fan that gives a rat's ass about this streak. The only one it matters to is Mikal.
Right.
Which, for him, God bless him, it's an impressive streak. But we're talking about a guy who very well could be wearing down. So why not sit him? And Mario offered no good reasons. I have to be honest with you. I love Mario, but I was waiting for a good reason. He offered nothing.
And had an hour and a half to come up with one.
It's true. It's a lot of time. And what was the best? His best was, I don't want to.
Yeah.
It was like I was arguing with my child. Go to sleep. Why don't you want to go to sleep, son? I don't want to. I don't want to. Be better, Mario. I know you are. Let's go to John in Garden City. What's up, John?
Hey, guys. So I love this WBC, but it made me think. I'm watching Aaron Judge lay out for a ball. Mm-hmm. And by the way, as a Yankee season ticket holder, I am so happy to see that his arm is not shot with that throw.
Yeah.
But I'm watching David Bednar, give it his all, probably pitching more than he probably should at this point. And I'm so proud of these guys, and I'm watching them. And then I think about Max Fried and Garrett Crochet, and then even Skubal, who's like, I'm going to sit in the dugout, but I'm only going to pitch in the pool. Like, how are they going to look at each other after this? And when Judge goes back and he's got, guys that really should be the ones pitching in this thing and just put themselves first. And by the way, I tried to look. I think that's an American-only thing. I don't see any other countries who have pitchers who are saying, I'm going to put my spring training first before the tournament. And until everybody takes it seriously, I have trouble with this going all in on this tournament.
No, I think it's a great point. And we were talking about guys like Clay Holmes going home and Tarek Skubal going home, and that's something you only see with Americans. You're not seeing it with any of the other countries' players.
Yeah.
And I think it's gotten better because I told you guys I listened back to our opens after the 2023 WBC and 2017 WBC to see what we'd say. And after 2023, I think it was 2017 actually, one of the things we were bemoaning is how come the best pitchers aren't there? And we've seen progress because the best pitchers were there for at least a start. Paul Skeens and Tarek Skubal are the 2 best pitchers in baseball. So I think we've seen growth in terms of participation, but it's still not the best.
Yeah, I think it's a little nuanced because we talk about it's just a U.S. thing, but Yamamoto almost went back to the Dodgers too.
Yeah, but he pitched. Okay.
And so
almost doesn't count.
Exactly.
Only in hand grenades. And horseshoes.
Horseshoes and hand grenades.
And hand grenades. Yeah.
But so it's I don't know. I guess the American players don't take this the same way. And we know this because we've talked about this multiple times in some of these other countries. This means more to the other countries than to Team USA.
I think we have the best team. Look, Americans make up 75% of Major League Baseball players. When I said the other day it's no longer our sport, it wasn't about talent. It was about popularity.
Yeah.
It is not the most popular sport in America. Football is. In the DR, it is baseball. In Japan, it is baseball. And that was my point about that. When it comes to talent, I think we're still the best. And so we're trying to win championships with a very good roster, but not our best roster. And there's no denying that.
Right.
And here's the other thing. He mentioned David Bednar. David Bednar is unavailable to pitch tonight. Now, what I'd be very curious about, since Venezuela played last night, USA did not, is Daniel Palencia available to pitch tonight? He pitched last night for Venezuela. Does he go in a back-to-back? Are we going to be okay with that? Or is Craig Counsell going to be okay with that? So, I don't know. Are guys going to be treated the same? We're going to find out tonight. But on the other end, Sean's a Yankee fan, Tiki, you're a Yankee fan. Don't you almost prefer that David Bednar is not available?
Yeah, I said he shouldn't pick up a ball until opening day. I think this is the right thing. USA can get by without him.
Right. But Mason Miller is also not available, right?
Yeah.
They haven't said.
Yeah.
Have they said?
They haven't
what
said.
I had
They
heard is
haven't
that,
said, but he's not going to be available.
So two of our best relievers are not available tonight?
Jesus. But if you're Team USA, shouldn't you have shipped like all the bullpen out today and just brought in all new relievers that haven't pitched in this thing?
No, I forget what the rules are. I'm actually confused by the rules. Let's make official predictions for tonight's game. Nolan McClain's going to shove. 4 2/3 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. Okay? 4 2/3 innings, 2 hits, 1 run from Nolan McClain. Aaron Judge is going to go 1 for 4 with a home run. And Team USA will lose when the bullpen implodes since no one's available, and we will lose this game by a final score of 7-3. Judge's home run will be meaningless, and it will be late. Go ahead.
That's detail. I won't get that detail.
Okay.
USA wins this 10-2.
Okay, Sean.
USA wins 5-4 on a walk-off homer by Aaron Judge, and tomorrow's lead is whether we consider that clutch or not.
I set it up so we're not even talking about it.
I mean, we may not, I guess, if it's 10-2. But then again, when the USA beat Puerto Rico back in 2017, that was the FAN flashback where I played the quick clips of what we said. Yeah. Craig farted on the air and said, "Who cares?" Joe was incredibly sarcastic, and Mike argued that we can't play Puerto Rico because it's part of America. That was amazing.
That was amazing. That he just would not let it go.
He would not let it go. Would not let it go. So I went back and I don't have the clips, but I want to summarize it because, quite frankly, it just wasn't that entertaining. And that's all of us about what we said in 2023 here on WFAN when Japan beat the USA. Boomer and Gio talked about how the best players didn't go. It was a great game, but the best players didn't go.
Was that true?
Yeah, it was true. It was the same thing. We didn't get the best. We got good players. We didn't get the best.
Yeah.
You and BT just waxed poetic about, hey, that was great. That was really entertaining. And it was
only
fun.
because of the circumstances.
Yeah.
Like Shohei Ohtani and all these Japanese stars that were soon to be American stars.
And both of you guys also said that the tournament kind of snuck up on you, but the final was awesome.
Right.
Craig and I have to admit, I kind of hijacked it, and it was all about my brilliant idea that Japanese teams should play in the MLB playoffs.
Amazing.
And then he wanted me to get drug tested. So that's how we started in 2023.
What did you and DA do?
Yeah, what did you and Damon Amendolara do?
I probably talked about football.
You didn't even mention it?
No, I don't think so.
No, that game was epic. The U.S.-Japan game was talked about. That was one of the first times where the WBC became water cooler talk. Yeah. I have to admit, even though we didn't win.
It's only because there were stars on both sides because of who was playing for the Team Japan.
I think it was more so the stars and how it ended. Shohei Ohtani pitching against Mike Trout, his teammate. Another all-time great player.
What year was this again?
23. Edwin Diaz, remember the injury? 2023.
Right.
USA has been the last 3 finals. Because don't forget, 2020, there wasn't one.
It was 17.
So 17, they
23
won.
and now.
20, no, there was nothing.
Good call.
23, they won. I mean, they lost to Japan epically, as we were just talking about, and now they're playing again.
Look at you. You're like a WBC historian over there. I'm impressed.
Well, I was just doing the math. I was like, wait, they won and there wasn't one in 20. So
yeah.
And then obviously we all remember what happened in 23.
It's weird the time frame of the WBC. It's 2006, 2009, so 3 years.
Yeah.
Then it's 2013, so it's 4 years.
You're right.
Then it's 2017, which is 4 years. Then you got the pandemic, so it's 2023, which is 6 years. And now we're back to 3 years.
Right.
So it's 3, 4, 4, 6, 3.
3. And we'll be 3 again.
Is it?
Maybe.
No, it hasn't been renegotiated yet.
They haven't announced it yet.
Because
Why
they
would
have
they not do that?
Because they need the new CBA to be in place.
Oh, yeah.
And you also have the Olympics. If you're going to have the 2028 Olympics, you're probably better off waiting a few more years and going 2030 and making it 4 years. So it's 26, 28 for the Olympics, 2030 for the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah, because you're better off doing what like World Championships do. Just make it every other opposite the Olympics.
Right.
So it's
Every
4
2
years,
years.
Staggered for the Olympics.
Yeah, it would make no sense to do
Right.
it in 2029 because it would be too soon after the Olympics. And I'll make you this prediction. This is going to be the final WBC where the finals are played in March. It's going to end. Because what's going to happen is the Olympics will take place. They will allow MLB players to play. It'll be in the summer. It'll be during the All-Star break. Everyone's going to love it. There'll still be controversies, don't get me wrong. But people will love it. And then we'll say, why aren't we doing this with the WBC? And they will alter it in 2030 where it will become... Even if it's just the semis and the finals, it will be midseason.
And so how will they do this? The prelims or whatever
Correct.
will be in March?
Yeah. They would do the prelims in March, maybe even more extensively, and then the final 4 or the final 2 teams would then play in the middle of the summer.
Remember this, the Olympics don't go on the Major League Baseball schedule. The Olympics are played in August.
No. You don't even know. It's already been announced.
They're going to play it before the Olympics?
No, what are you talking? The Olympics in 2028?
Yeah.
It's in LA. It's July 10th to the 22nd.
Yeah. Oh, they moved the Olympics. Wow, okay.
I don't know if they moved the
Olympics.
Olympics.
Move the Olympics. That's just when the Olympics are supposed to be.
Right. The Summer Olympics traditionally always take place in August. That's what I'm telling you.
I don't know if that's true.
I'm telling you it's true.
Well, you could tell me as much as you want. You also told me Ben Roethlisberger was picked 7th. It wasn't true. It was 11th. So you could say whatever you want. I don't know if that's true. I mean, I'm sure sometimes it's in August. I don't think it's always in August. All I know is the LA Summer Olympics in 2028 take place in the middle of July, and the baseball section is between, and I could be wrong by a couple of days, but basically July 10th to the 21st or something like that.
And congratulations to New York City now getting to host Olympic events in 2028.
How are we hosting Olympic events in 2028?
The new soccer stadium at Citi Field will be one of the soccer venues for the 2028 LA Olympics.
But it's in LA.
Yep. Softball is taking place in Oklahoma City.
What?
You know this?
No.
Yeah.
This I did not know.
Yesterday we found out Olympic soccer will take place at the new or at least some of them, one of the pool plays in the new soccer stadium.
The soccer stadium that's being built right now over at Citi Field.
Yep. So you will get Olympic action here.
I wonder if that was the big announcement because the Mets put out like this mysterious tweet yesterday where it covered something up and said, guess what's happening? Big things are happening or something like that.
That could have been.
And I didn't know what it was. So you're telling me it was probably that.
The Olympics are usually at the end of July, even though there have been some years, 08, 16, where they've been all in August.
Okay. So this year it's like more middle to late July for whatever reason.
Now I wonder if that has to do with Major League Baseball.
I doubt it. I don't think they did. Baseball's not the main event of the Olympics.
Yeah, I mean, but here's another a difference. In 2000, the Sydney Games were held in September.
In September?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, think about it. In Australia, it's not even summer.
The Atlanta Olympic Games.
Yeah, when was that?
July 19th.
There you go.
So maybe it's an America thing.
It's all over the place is the point.
Yeah,
it's not
that's right.
It's not necessarily at the same time. Let's squeeze in a few more of your calls. Jose on Long Island. Jose.
Yes, sir. I listened to you guys already for 10 years.
Oh, appreciate it.
Appreciate it. What's up?
Yeah, really like you guys a lot. Just a small comment about the WBC. For me and a lot of people that talk about it, that's the real World Series.
You think this is the real World Series? Is that what you just said?
The WBC is the real World Series. You really confront all those countries.
because it's all the world teams. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, but you
whereas the MLB
is the real series.
Yeah, but the World Series in baseball, like Major League Baseball, is still sort of the World Series because the players in Major League Baseball are from around the world.
Right.
Other than Japan, where some players won't come over. If you're the best player in the DR, you're playing Major League Baseball. If you're the best player from Venezuela, you're probably playing Major League Baseball. I reject this idea that it's not the World Series. It is the World Series.
What is the Japanese baseball league? I forget what it's called.
The KBO is the Korean league. I forget.
I forget what
Nippon Baseball.
Yeah, Nippon. Yeah. What do they call their championship?
The Climax Series.
There you go.
You all right over there, Sean?
Sure about that?
Yeah, a lot of female.
Well, you guys are something else. Why don't you look it up? Why don't you fact check me in the last 2 minutes of the show? Right. Is it called the Climax Series? Here's the problem. I'm looking in Sean's eyes. He's done. He's like, it's so close to the end of the show. I'm not looking anything up. So we will. Climax Series. The Climax Series, it determines which team from the Central League and the Pacific League will advance to compete for the championship in the Japan Series.
So
the Japan Series.
So we should call this the U.S. Series.
Oh, God. So the Climax Series is like the league championship series.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
the way it sounds. Either way, I was pretty close. It's called the Climax Series.
Something was, at least.
I think when I told Joe that the first time, he gave me the same reaction. Really? Really?
It's for both men and women, too, by the way. We just kind of biased.
I can't bemoan losing that one.
Carton Show's coming up next. If you missed any of our show, you can rewind on the Odyssey app or download the Evan and Tiki podcast tomorrow, 10 a.m. Goodbye.
And this Odyssey Sports Minute is brought to you by Flag and Anthem, real clothes for real life.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
The World Baseball Classic final is finally set. The United States will take on Venezuela tonight at 8 p.m. in Miami. This is the first time the Venezuela